Hey guys, welcome back to another video by the Sutter boys reviewing lightsabers. It's like our new favorite thing to do. I think we're pretty good at it too. So in this video, we're going to be comparing the Kylo Ren Legacy Lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge Disneyland.
Wow!
To...
Wow, look at this!
The new Force Effects Elite Kylo Ren Lightsaber with a removable blade for the first time in Force Effects history. All right, so we're gonna compare both of these Kylo Ren lightsabers on 8 different categories, including cost, design, and sound. So come watch as we see who the winner is.
Wow!
Louder.
Wow!
If you like deadly Jedi weapons, vlogs from a galaxy far, far away, or anything Star Wars, make sure to hit the subscription button and the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our videos. By the way, guys, we're doing this video because you gave us more than 100 likes on our Rey comparison video.
Thank you guys so much! We have so much fun making these videos. Thanks for giving us 100 likes.
Very good, bud. All right, so the first category is cost. And after diligent research looking online, the Kylo Ren Legacy Lightsaber at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland costs $150 plus the blade, which is about $50 to $60. So we're gonna call it about an even $200. And
this is the Force Effects Elite.
This Force Effects Elite Kylo Ren lightsaber is going for about $250 on Amazon, which gives 1 point to Legacy. Up high. We have the Legacy lightsaber and the Force Effects lightsaber over here. Hey Landon, do you think that this crate displays the lightsaber very well? That's a big no. It kind of looks more like a lightsaber coffin. Dun, 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 dun. Hard to keep it, to actually get it back in there and shut properly. But not very great for display. But the Force Effects Elite lightsaber actually comes with this really neat first order display. A much cooler way to show off your lightsaber on your desk or in your office or your bedroom. Wins a point for Force Effects for display, huh? Thumbs up? At Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, they also do have these really neat hilt display holders. This one makes it tricky because of the belt clip underneath. So there is a way to really display your Galaxy's Edge hilt. We were doing our competition just on what came with the lightsaber alone. So the point still goes to Force Effects. Oh! All right, we're gonna compare the brightness of the two lightsabers. Go ahead and turn on Force Effects and the Legacy. All right, they are the exact same brightness. So each lightsaber gets a point. Oh, block.
Stop!
Oh, uh-oh. The first thing that I notice is obviously the color of the lightsaber. That I guess technically the Force Effects is a black color, but because of the finish, because it has more of a matte, rough finish, that it almost has a gray color to it. Along with all the accents being a light gray, gives it more of a gray color. The second thing I want to point out is the attention to detail with this one, in my opinion, looks like it came right off of Kylo Ren's belt. I love the different, I love the wear on all the accents. There's you know, paint chipped over here, but there's just kind of wear all along, and these accents at the bottom as well, even the detail of the power source hiding back here at the bottom. The Force FX saber has only a couple, it looks like my son actually with dirty hands kind of rubbed his fingerprints. There's only one smudge here, there's a little bit there, and a little smudge right here. That's really the only wear I see on the entire lightsaber. So it doesn't look very worn. I thought the crossguard pieces here looked a little different, but they're kind of similar. I think this Force FX has more of a yellow color to it, which makes it look a little more like a rainbow. I think this Legacy has more of a copper finish, like burnt metal. One thing I want to congratulate Force FX on is the making good use of the stoppers. When the blade is in the stand here, where you can see the crystal in the side, it's just a nice attention to detail. They don't light up at all, but from every angle you can see the kyber crystal inside, which kind of just adds a little bit of extra detail when you're having it on display. I'll attach the link to the first Kylo Ren Legacy lightsaber video up above. And one of the parts I was concerned with was actually these notches here, the way that it secures into the hilt. I thought being plastic they could chip, and over time might have a difficult time staying in the hilt. So we have to be very careful and gentle with those. Force FX actually improved that design. Design's a little bit different with the connections. This is going to make the side blades much more durable and hold up over time. So I'm glad that they did that. This blade here came with the Force FX, and this blade here is actually a 31-inch blade from Sabi's workshop, and they look extremely similar here. You can see these two notches. You have two bigger and two smaller. There. So they changed where the contact is exposed with the plastic, and that's the one major difference. And I tried changing blades in the different hilts. They don't work, unfortunately, which brings me to my next point, that that's one of the major downsides, I think, to the Force FX, is that you get one blade. And I have not found any literature or any mention on the website of there being replacement blades sold. So yes, they're removable, which is great for transportation. You're still left with that predicament that you've spent $250 and you got one blade. Maybe they will. Maybe they will make more models and have replacement blades. But to secure the main blade in the hilt, you have a ring that goes around to secure the top blade there. No ring is necessary with the Legacy. The weight of both lightsabers seems identical. This is the button that you use to activate the blaster deflects or the molten lava. Of course, that's not a button here. I like this ignition switch a lot better. This is one that you won't accidentally trip when you're battling your son or your friends. Now this ignition switch, not crazy about. It's super subtle, and just by holding it, you know, oops, and it can turn on or power off too easy, in my opinion. I accidentally tripped this several times. You have your thumb on the button? I'm gonna pretend to shoot a blaster at you, okay?
Wait, it turned off itself.
Pew, pew!
Let's keep turning off itself. I can't move.
The Legacy came with, part of the design, it came with a belt clip, and which slides right into here, and a locking mechanism, so you can actually put that on your belt. So it cannot use the belt clip that came with the Legacy lightsaber. This just acts as a stopper for when you have it in this really neat stand here. Kind of hits the rubber piece like that, and you have this neat stand to have it on display. I found the finish interesting on the Force FX because here's a picture of from their website of the Elite Force FX Kylo Ren lightsaber. It looks very dark black on this picture on their website. So this is a picture from Disneyland from the Star Wars exhibit of a replica of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, which I think looks very much like the Legacy lightsaber that was designed from the park. They might have over-dramatized the awareness on the replica, but I think this looks much more like the replica of Kylo Ren's lightsaber than the Force FX, so that's 1 point for Legacy. Because of the new special features of the Force FX, we're adding a whole new category called effects. So, the effects of the Legacy lightsaber, the Clash effect. Clash is yellow. You can see the different flickering effects. The Legacy has more of a flicker, and this Force FX has these kind of lights that flicker all the way up the blade. Let's see. This is the Legacy ignition effect. Whoa. The big blade turns on first before the smaller blades. How cool is that? And then this is what it looks like when you turn it off. You deflect a blaster. Show us that effect. Do it again. Pew, pew, pew. Cool. And show us the molten lava effect. You can't touch the blade, you're going to lose a hand. So, for those reasons, Force FX totally wins the effects category. Whoosh. Oh.
See guys, I beat him up. Now we're going to test out the sound. You can hear the crackling sound when you move it. This is awesome!
And then turn it off. Alright, and this is the Elite Force FX lightsaber. Here comes the ignition. Lex, shoot me with your blaster. And also the molten lava effect. Those are really awesome crackling sounds as the saber moves through the air. And we found out that when we go and we're battling outside, that even though the Legacy lightsaber sounds more clear and this might sound just a pinch distorted, I'm glad it's louder, because when we're out battling and goofing off and having fun, you actually can't hear the Legacy very well at all. So, point for sound goes to the Force FX. So now we're on the sensitivity category of this comparison video. I have the Force FX Elite, he has the Legacy. So you can hear it hiss, but it's not hissing with every single time you wave the lightsaber around. And Force FX is known for having the crackling sound every time you wave it. Let's give it a try. Don't know why I did that. It senses almost every swing. I think there's a lot that it's having to process, so it doesn't sense every swing like the Force FX Luke or the Force FX Rey, but it still senses most of the swings and has great timing and sound effects.
The point for sensitivity to goes to Force FX. Not my lightsaber.
Oh. Hey Landon, which of these lightsabers am I wearing on my belt?
Legacy.
The Legacy lightsaber from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge came with this really cool belt clip, and this really feels really heavy duty. Boom, there we go. In case you're a cosplayer or a Halloween costume, or you're going to a Star Wars convention or something, this awesome hilt is not going anywhere. The Force FX does have what looks like a belt clip on it, but I have not seen a belt clip for sale, so the wearable point goes to...
Legacy!
Finish him off, Landon. You didn't finish him off. Now, babe, completely died.
All right, guys, it's the end of the video. So, Legacy has 5 points and Force Effects has 6 points. Even though the Legacy costs less, Force Effects has the louder and more grungy sound. It has more effects, and the sensitivity definitely wins me over every time. I have to admit, the Force Effects is just downright a super fun that does lots of extra neat features and would be a really great Christmas present if you use the link below to buy one of these this Christmas. All the money we would make, we just put back into our channel. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it.
And guys, do not miss our videos. Let's have so much fun.
Thanks, guys. See ya.